If you look at China, and this is where we're getting interesting in these fundamentals, more than half of the world's stocks are in China. So what's happening in China? Well, this goes back to the October balance sheet, the October WASDE report before the big revision, and you can see this rapid ratcheting down of supplies. Now update that to today. We have the big increase with the revision that USDA made in November. We are ratcheting down. Now, it looks like we're ratcheting down at a slower pace. Part of that's because of the scale of the chart that we're looking at. But we are going down. Keep in mind also that USDA increased the supply, we believe, about 49 million metric tons too high. And so we believe they're going to have to revise that back down once again. The supplies are tighter than what's shown here and are ratcheting down at a faster pace. Excuse me. If we look at world supplies here, again, this is from October, and then I'm going to come back forward to today's numbers. We see that world stocks were trending lower, world stocks at a 53-day supply in October, and world stocks minus China and the United States, so that's the rest of the world, at a 38-day supply, which is tighter than where we were 6 and 7 years ago with record prices. This is today. Of course, the big Chinese supplies, which we believe now are too high, USDA has them. But look, the world without without China and the United States, a 40-day supply. Just about a 1-day larger supply than where we were 6 or 7 years ago. If China, and we continue to hear from feed buyers there, what if China buys 8 to 12 million metric tons of corn this year? They haven't done so yet. I don't know. They may not. It pencils out to do so. Even it pencils out for the government to make money on us doing so, blending into reserve corn. Will they do it? I don't know. But what if they do it based on all the rhetoric we're hearing from China? Excuse me. If I take the middle of that range, 8 to 12 million metric tons, that's 10 million metric tons, that's about 400 million bushels, and I add it to my export target, not USDA's export target, my export target right here. And I also add ethanol because those buyers are also saying, what if we buy 2.5 million metric ton of ethanol? So I add that in there as well. That increases ethanol margins, ramps up ethanol production, and we get ending stocks this year of just shy of 1.2 billion bushels. Well, that points to a marketing year average cash price based on that price regression study of $4.58 per bushel. Granted, and making an assumption that people would be disbelieving somewhat at first, and they've already have a lot of their corn sold at lower prices, so the price wouldn't be as high as what that original regression study would suggest. But if you carry that then into the new marketing year, and assuming then that that better price would tend to buy more acres if, and that's a big if, this happens very soon. It has to happen soon, and we had 4 million instead of 2 million acres. But you have the increased ethanol production coming forward, increased exports just because world supplies are tightening up, and then you're at a very tight 20-day supply, and as a marketing your average cash price $6.15. Now, if we'd happen to average a 6 million acre increase and get 180 bushel yield, we could see stocks at, 1.5 billion bushels. There's really not a bearish scenario here if China comes in and buys 400 million bushels this year.
Arlan, I don't see any more questions. Great stuff.